Hey guys, it's Sebastian from Skycomp Solutions, and today I'm really excited to bring to you some new Teams features so that you can share and present your info in a Teams meeting and look great while doing it. Let's jump into it. So I have a Teams meeting open here. I have a call between myself on my main desktop and a laptop so that you can see both sides. I'm recording both screens so you can see from both the audience and presenter's perspective. So I'm really excited. Let's get started here. I have a presentation open. We're just going to go over and we're going to go to normally like we would sharing our screen. It's in the top right hand corner. It says share content. You can also hit Control-Shift-E as a shortcut to get there. And then you'll see if you've updated your Teams, and you can make sure to do that in your Teams settings and make sure to check for updates every once in a while because Teams sends out a bunch of updates. So make sure you're fully up to date and you'll see these changes in settings. So we're going to go in and share content like we normally would. All we have to do is go to the top right hand corner of the screen, hit share content. You'll notice a few options we have here. There's content only, there's standout, there's side by side, and there's the reporter view. So these all do different things, slightly different things, and I'll go through each of them in a little bit of detail. Like always, you're going to want to make sure you have your presentation open on your desktop or wherever on your computer, maybe on a second monitor if you have it, just so that when you're sharing content, it's easy to find it and easily open it up in your Teams meeting. So that's a really key thing to do right at the top. So you know what sharing content regularly looks like. It just fills your screen, your audience can see it. We don't have to go over that. But I do want to go to Standout Mode because that's a new thing. So you make sure that's selected. You can double click on that. Then go and share your content. I have a nice slideshow here. And you'll see from the audience's perspective, so this is on the laptop in front of me, you can see that I am now in the background. I'm in the foreground, sorry, of the presentation. So if we were to actually present this properly, we can just go to slideshow and play from the beginning. So you can actually see that if I were to present this, I would stay in the foreground and my slides would change behind me. It's pretty cool because if you have a monitor in front of you, you can point to whichever element you're talking about. It's a really cool feature. I really enjoy using this. It does key you, so this Chroma Key effect is what you're seeing and what's used in newsrooms a lot when the weather person's standing in front of the screen. It makes them come forward off the foreground. When you're watching someone present the weather on a news channel, there's actually just a blue screen or green screen behind them. So right now I don't have a green screen behind me, but if I did, the Chroma Key outline would be a lot clearer and a lot better. But so you can see there's a couple of particles and things following along, and it doesn't get exactly in between my fingers or around my neck or my shoulders, but it works. So if this is for your presentation, if you want to kind of make a different kind of splash when you're presenting and point to your content above you, this is a really cool option. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen really quick. And where's Teams? And we'll stop sharing. And then we go back to a normal way of presenting. And then what I'll do is I'll go over to share some content again. Well, instead of clicking standout, we'll click side by side. We'll then go to the content we want to share. And it'll take a second to load, of course. And then we'll present our slideshow. And then you can see you have a nice, oh, I want to stay in frame there. Using your webcam, it finds a way to kind of give you a 2-box. And this background that we're looking at right now is actually editable. You can change the background that you're standing in before you present. So I'll show you what that, right now I have this background. It's like a couple white squares or something like that. Looks pretty fancy. If I share my screen again, we can make sure to select side by side, add background. You can see that that one was selected. I can then choose like the chalkboard, for instance, if we're in school. Oh, I just lost it. There it stays selected. Go back, side by side, select the content you want to share. And we're in. So now we look like we're in a classroom. And again, you know, you're able to switch slides back and forth like you normally would be able to. So this just is another way to present. It gives you, again, a box beside your slideshow. And yes, it does shrink your content on your screen. So take that into consideration when building out your slideshows. You want to make sure that text is readable for your attendees. Okay, let's get out of this. We'll stop sharing our screen again. And we'll share content one last time. We'll go to the reporter view. This is kind of a mixture between the side-by-side and the standout. It's pretty cool. Again, we'll select a different background. I like this one. It kind of has some Skycomp colors in there. We'll go to present our slideshow, of course, again. And so you can see that I'm standing out. I am utilizing, again, the Chroma Key effect. So if I had a blue screen or a green screen behind me, I would pop, but you can see Teams does a pretty good job of cutting me out from the background. Especially if your background is a solid color, it's going to do a pretty good job separating you from that background. And you can see I have my slideshow beside me. So again, it's in a smaller box. It's not taking up the whole screen. It has a nice background. This is another really cool way to make your presentations look more professional. So it's just showing you all the options and what it looks like from the presenter view versus the actual attendee point of view. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope that it taught you something about how to present and use the new sharing features in Microsoft Teams. If you're looking for more Microsoft Teams style content, you can click a video right here. We go over a whole bunch of other Teams features. We have a whole playlist about that. So you can click these links beside me, check out the more videos, and hopefully Skycomp helped you out today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.